everybody, we're back in the Charger, and as you can see, it is back on the road after that last video with it being towed out of my driveway. I wasn't sure what was going to happen, but I said it was going to be to be continued, and here we go. So we have a short update on this vehicle, and what was wrong with it? Well, the battery took a dump. The low voltage 12 volt battery died, shorted. They put a new one in. Now the update for the actuator issue they didn't do, because they said that I gotta wait till August for that. Don't know why, but they said that based on my VIN on this RT, that the one that came out July 2nd, this one doesn't qualify for. I gotta wait for the next revision due in August. So we'll see what happens there. Trees down. Interesting. Everything seems to be running better. The car responds better. The actual key fob right here, the key fob works a lot better. In the past, I had to like be right next to the car to lock it or unlock it, or to pop the hatch in the back. And now I can lock it, unlock it, pop the hatch, do the remote start from inside my house, and it works fine. So for some reason, that updated new battery did take care of maybe some other issues that I really didn't think of, right? My cameras, they're back on and running fine. They were off a while back, if you remember. So some different stuff. All right, so we are on the monthly update as well now. This car we've had for 5 months, and it's been into the dealer 7 times. The last one towed in, right? So that's a lot at the end of the day. In all objective format, that is a lot of times at the dealer in the first 5 months and 2,052 miles. That's a lot. And all the other times it went in were either on recalls for software updates, TSBs for software updates, replacing this HVAC panel way back in the beginning, and then the car bricked in the driveway because the 12 volt battery crapped out, and they put a new one in, and it will go back in next month once the latest revision of the latest TSB comes out for the correction of the front actuator and correction to a problem that I haven't seen in mine yet, which is you're charging your vehicle at home or at a DC fast charger, and you turn the charger off, you disconnect the car, and you try to start it, but the car thinks it's still connected to the charging station, and it won't start. And there's a fix in there for that, which my car hasn't shown yet, but it seems like they all do eventually, right? It just seems like that to me. So we'll see what happens. But we didn't do as many miles in the month of June. 514 miles. Like I said, we're at 2,053 miles now on this vehicle since we picked it up February 13th of 2025. And last month it cost me $45 to charge for 514 miles of range. A little bit more than May. About $4 more than May for less range. There's your summer electricity bills going up here in New Jersey. And but at the end of the day, still less expensive than gasoline. So what I did want to show you was in the vehicle setup, if we go to performance pages, we can see I am at 13.7 to 13.8 volts on this 12-volt battery. So we are in the normal range now. But the thing was, on this other battery that went dead, the day before it went dead, I drove it, and it showed me 14 on here. And then overnight, it took a dump. So will this one do the same thing? You know, do they have this battery problem corrected? Will this thing do the same thing? Will it be fine up until it's not fine and take a dump? I guess we'll have to wait and see. And we'll have to wait and see when this next update comes out in August, if all the problems with these RTs are then solved, and then this car becomes a halfway decent car to keep and drive around, not having to worry about taking it in at least once a month to get fixed. And the last month we had it, it was in twice. Once for the recall on the noise, and the noise being it wasn't loud enough on the outside. My understanding is it wasn't loud enough on the outside so pedestrians could hear it coming. So they did a software upgrade to make it noisier so people can hear the car coming. I think that's what it was for. But frankly, I don't know. I never got a recall notice. I just had it in for that actuator issue, and they did that at the same time they looked at the actuator issue. But so far, it hasn't cost me anything except time going back and forth to the dealer. But luckily, I have another car I can drive, and that's another thing I would mention, is at this point, until they have these issues resolved with these cars, I wouldn't make this my only car. If you were to get one of these Daytona EVs, I'd make sure I have another car I can drive in case this has to spend time at the shop getting repaired. But anyway, there you have it. 5-month update of what's going on with this vehicle. And I'll keep you posted if anything else happens. If not, we'll be back in a month for the August update. And I just want to thank all of you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please consider giving it a like. Please also consider subscribing so you never miss another Shabby's Rides adventure in the Daytona EV. I'll see you all on the rebound. Take care, everyone.